Hi everyone, I hope that you all are doing fine and I hope you're great. Hope you had a good day today. Today we'll be having adverbs, so I'm just gonna share my screen. So as usual, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com and then you just scroll into wherever you have your name and you click on your name. Then language arts, it's grade 4. So click on grade 4 and then we find the topic we are working on. Okay. So adverbs. Okay, so we have three lessons under the adverbs, and we're gonna start with the first one, which says, does the adverb tell you how, when, or where? Okay. Oh wait, I still have the same DJ Olive. I also have Priyan. So hi everyone then. Okay. Do you guys hear me? Or is there a glitch? Can you hear me clearly? Just let me know if you can hear me clearly. Hi, everyone. Do you hear me clearly? Let me know if you can hear me, then we can continue. Hi, Alazar. Hi, Kila. Okay. All right, great. So let's start now. We're having adverb, okay? So first of all, an adverb is a word that tells you more about a verb. So an adverb is telling you more about a verb. It tells you how, when, or where. Some adverbs tell you how. This adverb usually ends in ly. Okay? So the adverb that tells us why how, they end with ly. How does she run? She runs quickly. She runs quickly. So we have adverb with how, okay? And the adverb with how ends with ly, okay? So we will have some examples for the adverb with how, okay? Are you guys listening to me or you're just chatting? Are you paying attention? Okay, so we will have some examples of adverbs with ly, okay, which is telling us how something is done. So we can have quickly. We can also have greatly, loudly, gladly. We can also have happily. So all these adverbs here are the ones under how which end with ly. Okay? We're not doing maths here, DJ. We're doing English. So you pay attention. If you want to have maths, you can go for the maths lesson. So how some adverbs also tell you when. When does something happen? When does he leave? He leaves soon. So we have adverb for when, which is telling you when something happens. Happens. Okay? And we also have the next one, where. Okay, so the adverb where it took place. Okay, so we have how, when, and where. That's what we have so far. Yeah, so we have some okay, said sadly. Okay. Arasema. Okay. We also have sadly. Okay. Do you all hear me? You still hear me? Just let me know if you can hear me clearly. So for the words under when, it has when does he leave? He leaves soon. Where do they play? They play outside. Oh, so we're gonna check now. Look at the adverb in italic. Does it tell you when or where? Shernet's friend Nolan moved away. So is this adverb telling us when or where? Willingness the away here. So you check the adverb away, it tells you about the verb moved. Okay? It tells you where or how. Exactly. It's telling us where. Okay, so where or how did Shernan's friend Nolan move? Shernan's friend Nolan moved away. Now we also have the she's upstairs. Now upstairs here, is it telling us when or where? The boy dashes upstairs, and it's telling us where, because where did the boy dash to? Where did he go to? So he dashed upstairs. Okay. Let's see for more examples. Okay. Gently clean the cuts. Gently clean the cut. So now gently, it has ly, and when it has ly, that means it is telling us how. So that it's saying that how should you clean the cut? That means clean the cut gently. Okay, you need to be very careful when you clean the cut. So when you see the one with ly, it's telling you how something is being done. Okay, so yeah. Now let's move on to the test. Okay, so now the fog crept everywhere. So sending your answers on the chat. Let's see if you all know. So now, does it tell you how or where the fog crept everywhere? So now this one, is it telling us how or where? Is it telling us how or where? Send your answers on the chat. Where? Okay, great job. It's telling us where. So you're gonna be asking, oh, where did the fog creep? He crept everywhere. So it's giving where. Then the wind blew fiercely. Is it telling you how or where? The wind blew fiercely. So is it where or how? What is the next question telling us? How? Because remember that anyone that has ly is telling us how. Okay, so like how did the wind blow? Okay, so this one is telling us how. So we have Shana's friend Alan moved away. This was also in our tutorial and it was telling us where she moved to. So where? Okay, so next is Molly quickly chose a book. Molly quickly chose a book. So is this how or where? How or where? Is it how or where? How? Okay, because it's gonna ask how did Molly choose the book? He chose it quick. The crew digs underground. The crew digs underground. Is it gonna be how or where? The crew digs underground. Where? Okay. So it's gonna be where did they dig, right? It's underground. Okay, so gently clean the cut. So this was also in the tutorial, and gently clean the cut is how. Okay, so how can you clean the cut? You clean the cut gently. So how? Yes. So we have Clayton finished last. Clayton finished last. Is it when or where for Clayton? When or where? When. Okay, great. So that's it for does the adverb tell you how, when, or where? You just need to be able to identify if it's when or where. So you try to finish the remaining questions if you've not done this test yet, and then we will go to the second which says identify adverbs. So you would have to identify adverbs in the sentence. And you know that adverb is a word that you more about a verb. So it's telling you about a verb, how, when, or where. And for the how, they usually end in ly. So for example, quickly, just like this, quickly, greatly, loudly. All these are the how adverb. And then some adverb tell you when. When does he leave soon? Some adverb tells you where. Where do they play? They play outside. So select the adverb that tells about the verb in bold. So you need to select the adverb here that's telling about the verb in bold. Hint. When do the two men agree? So now it says the two men agree now. So what's the adverb here? Agree. The verb is how it tells you about the verb agree. It tells you when. When do the two men agree? The two men agree now. Okay. So from here you can see it says that when do the two men agree? So when is it happening? And it says they agree now. So agree here is the adverb. And also have where or how did the pioneers journey? Where or how did the pioneers journey? The pioneers journeyed west. The pioneers journeyed west. So it's asking how they did right, and they went west. Okay. So what's gonna be the here? The adverb is west. It tells you about the verb journeyed. It tells you where or how. So we can say how they journey or where did they journey to. So it is west. How did Clara answer? Clara answered correctly and won. So if you're how did Clara answer? She answered correctly. So here correctly would be the adverb because it's under the adverb for how. So how did she answer, right? And answered is gonna be the verb here. Okay. Okay, so where does Mr. Vega travel? Mr. Vega travels everywhere. So where? Okay. And then everywhere is the adverb and it tells about the verb travels. So here he's traveling to. Okay. When does Mary imagine? When does she imagine? Mary now imagines her future. Okay, the verb is now, the adverb is now, and it tells about the verb imagines. It tells you when. So when does Mary imagine? Mary now imagines her future. Okay, so we'll move on to the test now. Select the adverb that tells about the verb in bold. So the verb in bold here is shipped. So we need to find adverb that tells you about it. Where or how were supplies shipped? Supplies were shipped south. So is it gonna be supplies or south? What's gonna be your verb here? So everyone sending your answers. South. Okay. Kalila said south. So more answers. What do you all think? Is it south? I am south. Okay. When does Laura imagine? Laura now imagines her future. So now, the adverb that tells about the verb in bold. Laura now imagines her future. What's the answer here? Is it her or now? Now. Okay. When, how does she visit them? So, when or how does she visit them? She visits them monthly. When or how does she visit them? She visits them monthly. So, is it gonna be monthly or visit? Monthly or visit? Visits. Okay. So now your answer is wrong. DJ said visits. Everyone says visit. But now it's how. How does she visit them? So remember that monthly, when you see the one with ly, it tells you about how. So now it is monthly. How does she visit them? So she visits them monthly. Okay? So usually if you get anything wrong, you just need to scroll down. But I don't see any explanation here. But if you get anything wrong, you don't have to start all over again. Just scroll down and read the reason why it was wrong. Where does Mr. Vigo travel? Mr. Vigo travels everywhere. So what's your answer here? Is it gonna be everywhere or Mr. Vigo? Okay. What's your answer? Everywhere. Okay, so next one says, how or when did Vivian choose a book? How or when did Vivian choose a book? Vivian quickly chose a book. So what's gonna be our answer here? So what's our answer here? Let's say quickly. When and how did Burns finish? Burns finished. So is it gonna be last or Burns? Okay. Is it gonna be last? Okay. So when he finished last, that's it. Then next one is, where did a baby cry? A baby cried somewhere. Where did a baby cry? A baby cried somewhere. So is it gonna be somewhere or baby? So is it somewhere or baby? Somewhere, okay? So next one is, how should you clean the cot? Gently clean the cuts. Now, this was also in our tutorials, but what's your answer here? What would be your answer? Gently. Okay. So far, do you have a question identifying adverbs? Can you tell me on the chat? Do you have? Hmm? Do you have any question, guys? No questions. Okay. So we'll go to the last lesson. The last lesson okay, so make sure that you finish the remaining part of the test. If you're not done yet, if you've not done this test, make sure you try to finish it, okay? So use relative adverbs. That's what we will have right now. Okay, so now a relative adverb introduces a dependent or relative clause that describes a noun. The three relative adverbs are where, when, and why. So first of all, we have dependent clause. Dependent clauses, they cannot stand on their own. They need support from a word to make them a complete sentence. So a dependent clause cannot stand alone. It's depending. So a relative adverb introduce a dependent clause. So remember that a dependent clause, they don't stand alone. So they have the three relative adverbs, which is where, when, why, that would help and support the dependent clause. So just like we say, the relative adverb where is used to describe a place. So where is for a place? Chicago is the city where Jennifer was born. Thank you so much, DJ. Thank you guys. I appreciate. Okay. Chicago is the city where Jennifer was born. Okay? Now, Chicago is a place and where is used to describe a place. So always note that if you have where, we use where to describe a place. Where are you right now? I am in the living room. I am in the living room. I am in the bedroom. Where? A place. Now, the relative adverb when is used to describe a time. So when is for a time. Okay? I can't wait for the day when camp starts. I can't wait for the day when camp starts. So whenever you see, know that it describes a time. Okay? Like, when will you go on holidays for Christmas? And then you're going to say, oh, we're going on holidays in 2 weeks, 3 times. We're just asking of the time. When will it happen? Now, the relative adverb why is used to give a reason. So if you have why, you are given a reason why something happened. Do you know the reason why Ellen left early? Why? So when we have why, it's for reason, when is for time, and where is for place. So let's take notes, okay? Where is for place, when is for time, and then why is for reason. So when you have why, it's telling you, oh, why did this happen? When is for the time that something is gonna happen, and place is where you are at the moment. All right, let's look at some examples before we go to the test. Complete the sentence with the correct relative adverb, either where, when, or why. The game is at the park. Dash our team. The dependent clause describes a place. So the relative adverb is where. Okay. So if you can see, it says park, and park, when you go to a park, it's a place. All right. And remember that when we have a place, we use where. So it can be the game is at the park where our team practice. Okay. Then also we have December is the month dash people walk the list. December is the month people work the list. Okay. Now, this the dependent clause describes a time, so the relative adverb is when. So we can say December is the month when people work the list. Okay? So because it's describing a time, then you can just say, oh, when do people work the list? It's in December, so it's a time when people walk the list. There must be a reason Josie departed so quickly. There must be a reason. So remember when we talked about reason, we said it's why. So if there's a reason, it is why. Now, the dependent clause gives a reason, so the relative adverb is why. So there must be a reason why Josie departed so quickly. All right, so let's see more examples before we move on to the test. You all can ask me a question, okay? If you have any questions, just send on the chat. Flo's Dina Dash Franklin's works serves excellent fries. It's gonna be rare because Flo's Dina is just like a restaurant, so it's a place. We can choose say, oh, we're going to, or we're heading over to Flo's Dina. It's a place we're going to. So Flo's Dina Franklin Works serves excellent fries. We visited Paris dash the Eiffel Tower is located. So also it's a place where, okay, where it's place in Paris. And then Quarter Moon Beach dash Mr. Nolan surfs has enormous waves. Okay, so where it's also place, it says the beach. Okay, so beach also is a place that we can go to. All right, so let's check the test now. Now it's either where is that the rock climbing gym dash Maria goes climbing. So you all send your answers, okay? Is this talking about a place, a time, or a reason? But it says that is that the rock climbing gym dash Maria goes climbing. Hi, silly game. Oh really? Your name is Jader also? Okay. Nice to meet you. Okay, so yeah, what's your answer here? Is it when or where? When or where? Is that the rock climbing gym dash Maria goes climbing? So what's your answer, guys? Is it when or where? What do we have? Are you guys here with me now? Or are we distracted? So we can have what? Where? Because the gym, yes, we have where exactly because the gym place. Okay? If you say, oh, I'm going to the gym, then it's Flo's Dina. It's also rare because we had this in our tutorial and it was saying that it's a place. So it's a place where we can go to. Okay? I will see you Tuesday. The robotics club meets again. So is this when or why? I will see you Tuesday. Dash the robotics club meets again. So, is this when or why? Okay, when exactly. So, when is a time? Okay, it's telling us. Oh, sorry if you are glitching. When? Okay. With Paris. Okay, when we talk about Paris, we that it's a place. So this is where and it was in our tutorial. So next off is the engineers figured out reason dash the spaceship crashed. The engineers figured out the reason dash the spaceship crashed. Is it gonna be why or when? Why or when? Why? Okay, because it's showing reason. And then, is this the neighborhood that you saw that famous actor? So is it when or where? Is this the neighborhood that you saw that actor? Is it when or what or where in this one? When or why? Okay, where? Okay, good job. The game is at the park dash our team practice. So we had this in our tutorial and it was where? So this is the last question we will answer together. Does Carter know that the refrigerator broke? Does Carter know the reason that the refrigerator broke? So is it why or when? Why or when? Why? Okay. Okay, good job everyone. So it is why. So now you guys still have like 22 questions left. You can try to make sure to finish the test if you're not done yet. Okay, if you're not done yet, you can try to finish the test. Oh, that's so great, Olive. All right, so try to finish test. It still shows in progress because we're not done. Once you're done, it's gonna be completed and you can have the final test. So make sure you all do that. Okay, now ask me questions. You ask me questions on the chat. Okay, do you have any questions, you all? Before we end today, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions from adverbs? Do you understand it? Maybe in the future, silly X games in the future, maybe I will. Oh, so we have, oh, what did you say was your name also? You're from Africa. Okay, great, guys. Perfect. You have a question? What's your question? If you said yes, you can ask me. Or if there's no question, you can say no. If you have a question, you ask. But if you have none, you say, thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you, guys. No questions, right? Okay, perfect. No questions. So hopefully we're gonna see next time. Okay, have a good evening and a good night, guys. See you. Oh, to show my face. Don't worry. In the future, I'm gonna show you all my face. Okay? Okay, so see you all soon. Take care. Good night. Bye, everyone.